just making this little short video on some of the comments about my doctor visit to Dr. Kirby and me getting approved for the DRG, which is the spine stimulator, which I think will be inserted into my foot. Anyways, he said, you know, have you ever had a psych evaluation? Well, actually, you see a psychiatrist. And the reason for that, the reason why, I looked it up last night because I thought the same thing as you guys. I started thinking, I wonder if he thinks this is in my head and I'm just making this up. But no, because I checked up the Pearson assessment, psychiatric Pearson for pain management. That anybody, any pain specialist does a referral for the spine stimulator, they have to go through an assessment, the Pearson assessment. It's mandatory. I'm no getting around it. The reason why they do this is because people like me, because there's no alternative, no medication will help me because I have chronic pain. And the pain medication don't help me, nor do I want to be put on pain medication because I see what happens to people. I know a lot of people that are on pain medication and they do have pain, but you know what? The pain medication isn't helping anymore because their body is so immune to it that they're now addicted to it, and their whole demeanor changes into like being crazy, needing their medications, and then they shake like this, and they can't focus, and they get bad tempers. I see it. I've worked with people like this that and they're constantly shaking because their medication does this to their system. It like wrecks your whole body. So pain medication is not good. I mean, it may help a lot of people, but a lot of people, it really messes up a lot of people. And I've seen it. So, but anyways, back to the assessment and the reason why. So no insurance company will approve a person without doing this evaluation. And it's all determined based upon the level of your pain. The higher, the better. Obviously, Dr. Carney knows that my pain level is chronic and it hurts, and my foot is in pain every single day. And this procedure costs $57,000 in the United States. And then to maintain it yearly can average anywhere between $9,000 and $32,000 a year, and that doesn't include updating or upgrading the program over in time because it might need upgrading. Doesn't cover that. It doesn't cover if there's anything that could go wrong, because any complications, because the complications could arise. So I have to go through this evaluation, and no, my doctor does not think that it's all in my head. He knows my pain is very real. And a lot of people, they're not on my YouTube channel anymore, but a lot of people that came on my YouTube channel were saying, well, you don't look like you're in pain. Is there a certain way a person has to look or act when they're on pain? Oh, I mean, yeah, I get it. People are in pain, and I'm in pain. Trust me. This knife, you don't think every day that I really wish that I could just cut my foot off and then just be done with the pain? I wish if it was that simple. I need my foot, but it really messes with people's minds. Pain does, and it really changes and alters their life. They become depressed, psychological problems, because a lot of people can't handle it. I would tell you this. I have been very blessed, my whole family. We have a very high tolerance of pain. And even though we have really bad pain, my brother goes through bad pain, my sister goes through bad pain, my dad has gone through bad pain with his diabetes and his open heart surgery, living with pain, my mom, we always have a positive outlook on life. We never allow it to consume our life. Never do we allow it to consume us, because your whole life is going to be miserable if you allow it to consume it, and you sit there and you sulk and you whine and you moan about why. That ain't gonna help. That's not healthy. So this evaluation it's a long testing, a lot of questions to seeing what your pain level is, and psychologically, if you're sound in your mind. A lot of people aren't a candidate for this, because a lot of people might be making things up, saying that, I have pain, but the pain isn't at the level that they need the stimulator. That they think that you may be able to manage it in a different way. Obviously, I can't. And I did read up where psychologists thinks that they can manage your pain. I don't know about that. They can psychologically. They can manage they can't manage your pain, but they can manage the way you think about your situation. They can kind of help you control that. But nobody can manage your pain. No psychiatrist, doctor can do that. So, but I did read where they do help people with that. So, but yes, I have to go through this evaluation. It is mandatory by all insurance companies, no matter what insurance, whatever candidate, whatever doctor refers any patient for the spine stimulator, they have to go through it, because it's costs a lot of money for insurance companies to pay out, and then to maintain it yearly. It's a lot. So they have to make sure they have the right candidate for this procedure. And yeah, a lot of people might over dramatize their pain level. I don't over dramatize. I don't need to be yelling and screaming and moaning. I just know how my pain hurts every single day, and my foot never stops. The pain just never ceases. It radiates, it burns it, and it throbs, and the pins and needles. It's very real. But I have a good outlook on life, and I know and I trust God that He will help me through all of it. And I will also share this with you. And the reason why they have to do this is because, like the doctor said in the video, he said a third party has to do it. Workers' comp will want a third party to do it, because they actually work for the insurance company. So it probably might not get improved, because of, they're like, oh, she doesn't need it. She's not in pain like they think. But unfortunately, it kind of backfired on them when they wanted me to do evaluation with a different podiatrist for my foot in Brunswick. They hired a third party podiatrist. I went to Brunswick, and I prayed about it. I prayed a lot about it, because I was really nervous going there, thinking that he was going to tell me I don't have nerve damage and you can go back to work, and completely trusted God in this. I still had my worries. I didn't have doubts. I just was worried that I don't know what to expect. But I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to trust everything in God's hands about it. And this doctor was amazing. He was more informative than my podiatrist. I really liked him. I mean, I love Dr. Fallon, but this doctor I like this much more. I mean, I'm like, gosh, I wish he was my podiatrist, because he told me that you have permanent nerve damage and you probably will not be able to work. And you won't be able to do all the things. And he really sympathized with me. I'm really sorry that, you're a highly active person, can't be doing this. No procedure, nothing's going to help you. He did advise me to go and do the pain specialist. He's the one who got that approved. But it took him 3 months to do it. The workers' comp took him 3 months for them. They approved it and it took them, they approved it in 2 months, and then it took them another month and a half for them to call and make the appointment for me. So it took about 4 months for me to get in to see the pain specialist. But anyways, he was very thorough. He's like, no surgery is going to help you. Nerve block might help you, but he agreed with Dr. Kirby after I saw him that since your accident happened over a year ago, you would have got better results if you would. He says there is a procedure you can do, but I suggest you not to do it. where they like something with your nerves, they cut them, they burn them off, so you can't feel them anymore, so your foot's completely numb. I would never do that. I still want to feel my foot even though it's in pain. I guess, some people just can't deal with the pain and they can't take it anymore, so they'd rather just numb the foot. It's like amputating your foot. You're not gonna be able to feel it no more. That's a huge life-altering decision if that's something I would ever do. But I'm not gonna do it, because you know why? You know why I'm not gonna do it? Because I trust God. I trust God. God's got it. I trust him. And right now, yes, my walk isn't in the straight, I'm on the straight path. I fall off every now and then, but he's working in my life, and I still need, a lot of working and doing things and learning, and until he sees fit, and at the right time, he will heal my foot. I 100% believe he will heal my foot. He just knows that I'm not ready. I'm not there in my walk with him. And that's the reason why. I've read scripture, worship after worship, and the reason why you're not being healed is because of our walk. And what are we doing in our life? Are we doing something wrong? Are we still sinning? Are we not trusting him? There's certain things. I trust him 100%, trust me, I do. But there's other things. I'm not perfect, and I do sin, but I know he will heal me, so I trust him. So that's the reason why I would not get them to diffuse or whatever, I don't know, numb your nerves. So I'm going to trust God. But anyways, back to the evaluation and all that, the assessment. Yes, I have to have it. No, my doctor doesn't think that I'm making up my pain. He knows, but this is standard procedure for any patient that they recommend for this procedure. Everybody has to go through it who wants this, because it's very costly, and they don't want the wrong person getting it, because some people think their pain is really bad, and to them, they're not at the degree of level where they need the spine stimulator. So, and they might think the same thing with me. They might think that, well, she's not to the degree where we feel that this is going to benefit her. So, and it's something that I don't even know if that I want, because I've read up on it. I need to do more research on it, about it, because there are a lot of complications that go along with this procedure. But I'm going to pray about it, and I'll tell you, the Holy Spirit will let me know if this is something that I need to do. But in the meantime, I'm just going to pray. I'm going to pray about it, and we'll see what happens. When I do the evaluation, it would be nice if Dr. Kirby's office still would do the evaluation, so they get 2 professional opinions, because you got to remember, when they have a third party, they are actually for the insurance, the workers' comp insurance. And I'll share another short story with you, because when I went to go see their specialist in Brunswick, the podiatrist I was telling you about, that was really great. I was telling him about my EMG, because he recommended me having another EMG, because I told him I saw Dr. Pappas in Hinesville, and because that was going to determine about me having nerve damage. And I looked up all about EMG, what they do, and how it's a very painful test. It can be very painful, and it takes about 45 minutes. I'll tell you, when I went in there, 15 minutes. I was out of there in 15 minutes. The first guy comes in, he hooks you up with a bunch of these probes and this and that, 10 minutes. Dr. Pappas came in, poked me 2 times, one in the foot and one off to the side. 2 minutes, and he didn't even insert the needles all the way. I didn't feel nothing, little prick. I said, that's it? He's like, yeah, that's it. And then my results came back that I had no nerve damage. And both doctors, both podiatrists said that test was compromised. That is not the way they do it. This is a thorough test, and you cannot go off by what this test says, because my podiatrist says I have RSD. And then the other doctor says I have permanent foot damage, and he don't even need that testing, but he said, I'm going to order you to have another EMG and see a pain specialist. But guess what? I still have not had another EMG test done, and this has been, 5 months since I've seen him. So this is how workers' comp just works. So it's all good. I'll get through it. I love you guys, and I want to thank you all for being there for me, writing to me, and supporting me and praying for me. I love you guys. You guys are my family. I look forward, to your guys' letters, your comments, you guys sending me cards, emailing me. It really helps my spirit, and I'm really glad that I can help a lot of you too. And we're going through this together. I've read a lot of your stories, and a lot of you are exactly in the same boat as me, and worse. I listen to and read your stories, and I'm like, wow, what a strong woman, what a strong guy. They have been through so many trials and trials and trials and trials, and you know what? They trust God. They trust God. That's how they can get through the day. And God is going to bless us. Just remember that. He will bless us. So, all right, I got to go. My video is supposed to get short, and it's already 16 minutes. So I love you guys. Continue praying for me. Continue to pray for my sister, and her RV. I don't even want to go there with the RV. So God's going to take care of her, and when she comes down here, we'll see what's best going to be for her situation and everything. I'm excited for her to come down to Tennessee for the winter, and I can go and stay with her and everything. And then maybe we can do some live video Friday date night. But she's going through a lot. I continue to pray for my brother too as well. He's been, doing better, but continue to pray for him as well. And remember, guys, I keep all you guys in my prayer. And I'm going to get to that prayer box. And I have a really good talk I'm going to do tomorrow about procrastinating. That's me. I'm a procrastinator. And how that's actually disobeying God. That's being disobedient when you are a procrastinator. So, I'm going to write out some notes because I'm not really good free speaking. I have to write out my notes, and then I'm going to have to present it to you because that's how I am. I never was really good in high school giving speeches. I always did the bare minimum. When they said a 3-minute speech, I made sure it was like 2 minutes. All right, guys, I love you. God bless. Have a good evening.